welcome back to Let's Play Higurashi Tatarigoroshi. I have not figured out how to resolve this annoying audio issue. Like, the sound level is just fine. It's just that, well, sort of fine. It's just that irritating zzz, and I was just listening to it. It's like, put my laptop up to my ear, I was like, is it a fan? I listened to the fan, it didn't sound like it was coming from there. Listened to the left side of my laptop speaker, nothing. Right side, it's clearly on the right side. My guess, this is only a guess, maybe my right side of the inbuilt speaker is fucked. Because this one time, I dropped, what are they called? A Magnum, the chocolate type lolly that has a chocolate kind of outing and the ice cream inside. Well, part of that chocolate bit fell on that edge and melted. Maybe that's fucked that speaker a bit, and that's why it's going. And maybe, I don't know, because I don't think it did that until the update, which is annoying. I even experimented a bit. It was like, okay, what if I use my headphone mic? And it did change it. It didn't have that but it had the that I always get when I use the capture card, because I use the headphone mic. So there's a different issue with that. I suppose I could record that way. All I'd have to do is just edit out any bit where I'm not speaking to cut off that annoying kind of. But at the same time, I'd have to I don't know. The volume level would be off then, wouldn't it? Because then it'd be picking up the sound from here as well. And if I'd mute it, there'd be a noticeable difference in volume level. And if I used it, like the full headphones as well, so that it wouldn't happen that way, I'd still have the issue with, I'd be commentating the whole time, and outside of me, like anyone else who happens to pass by my room, all they can hear is me just rambling to myself with no sound at all to indicate that I'm recording. They'd be like, well, they probably think I'm recording anyway, but you get the idea. That's a pain in the ass. So, anyways, word of the day shall be Saikoro dice. Why not? Let us continue. Also, the music I noticed is definitely quiet as well. Oh, another thing I noticed is it's definitely gotta be that speaker update. Despite the fact, or maybe it is because my speakers are a bit fucked as well. Maybe. Because, I was editing for a part of my Book My Next to Guild Darkness LP yesterday. Last night, technically. And I used my earphones, plugged them in, only in one ear, and it was bloody loud, man. It was like, wow, I literally could hold it away from my ear and still hear it clearly. And the reason I was using it is because without it, my laptop speakers don't pick up the irritating sound that comes off of my headphones mic when I'm not speaking. So I was trying to edit with that. So it was like I was a doctor, where they have that, what's it called? Where they put it on your chest and listen to your heart and all that. It was like that. I was holding it directly to my ears. It's just really loud. But without it, it's noticeably quieter. Seriously, man, it still annoys me that happened with my speakers. Probably is a combination of the Windows update and freaking chocolate that melted on it. Just damn it. Could, just start using my own speakers, but it's hard to fit them on the desk. Anyways, get to the blocks. Oh wait, no, there was something else I was gonna ramble about. Well, I'll only mention it in passing. It's weird. When I had a shower last night, I just thought of a brilliant, okay-ish idea And I was like, because that always happens when I have a shower. I always, like, my mind gets a bit creative and stuff. But as soon as I got out of the shower, I was like, oh, I can't be arsed. I was thinking of the song, We Didn't Start the Fire. And I was like, I could do a parody of that with Higurashi. And, like, I came up with all sorts of lyrics, even, like, figured a way out to get the chorus to work. It's like, yeah, that could work. And then I was like, I can't be arsed. Maybe I'll do it sometime down the line, I know. Because like, I think that's got so much potential. I thought of some random lyrics. Like, the throwaway Oishi one was, like, something like... You know how it just essentially lists off events, so it's easy to make your own lyrics up for it. It's like, how did it go? That's another thought I had was... I find it difficult to freaking say what is on my mind. Like, if I'm thinking of something, and then I say it out loud... I completely blank out and forget it. It happens quite often when the recording is busy now. How did the lyrics go for Oishi that I came up with? It was amusing in my mind, but I can't give it justice because I can't frickin' remember how it went. Something like, Oishi fat man plays mahjong, screws things up, something like that. And it was like into the two. It's just random lyrics like that, and like I even thought of like the chorus would be something like we didn't start to curse, but have it kind of like so it goes along with a melody on curse, and something like it was always looming since blah blah blah. I thought no, last lyric would be a spoiler, so I won't mention it. But anyway, regardless, I just thought like that could work. But I don't know if I'd be able to sing it properly. I find it's hard to actually sing if I'm actually trying to, rather than when I just casually break into song. So maybe I'd have it as a Vocaloid song randomly. Just a parody of that song somewhere down the line. Or maybe not, I don't know. It's always the case. I come up with an idea, and then I'm just like, I can't be bothered. Anyway, the Rika-chan still didn't answer us. 7 minutes in, let's get to the plot, shall we? We were hoping for her to say no, but her silence was a bad enough sign. That's probably maybe Keiichi. Last year was it. It's like this man, both her uncle and his wife again, right? Could also be Rena, but I can't really see any indication of who's speaking. Yeah, at the time they were mostly just being caught between an aunt and uncle fight. One of the ways we helped out was with the club, by reducing our time at home as much as we could, but... Shit. Satoko's not a slave. Who do you think you are, ignoring your own inability to live properly and basically putting Satoko under house arrest? When you think about it, isn't this a little strange? We need a lot of circumstantial evidence, but isn't this abuse? Have you notified the police or something?
You're right. If we had evidence she was being abused, I think we could tell the police. And can't we talk to the region's welfare police about this?
Ren and I kept saying police, as though it were nothing but Mion's response. Sounded like she thought we were a little naive. It's easy for you to say that. Have you thought about the risks of actually getting proof? What do you mean, risks? I think it was 2 winters ago. We reported it to the Child Consolation Center. We told them there was abuse happening and do something right away. Huh? You did? What happened? The person came as soon as we called. She interviewed Satoko and Satoshi about what was going on. And then their uncle and his wife, too. I can understand asking Satoko and Satoshi, but wouldn't it be not as good to talk to the aunt and uncle? They said they based their judgment on what they heard from both sides. 3 of them, wasn't it? System is flawed, isn't it? It's like there's 2 sides to that, really, isn't it? It's like it could be like the guardians are being abusive bastards, which in this case they bloody well were. And then there could also be cases where the kid is just like hates one of their parents or some shit, like a stepfather or a mother or whatever, and wants to get at them away from them or some shit. So it's like it kind of makes sense for that, but you know, with these shitty ass bastards, you know that getting them involved in that probably just pissed them off even more. It's like, if you tell them about it anymore, there's gonna be a price to pay. So it's just like, it's just shit. Just shit. So, what do they decide to do? Wait and see. Oh, the classic. That's, yeah. It's kind of like police in general as well, isn't it? Just like, no, we can't do anything until something happens. Reminds me of a Lee Evans joke where he's like pretending it's like, okay, what if there's like someone suspicious in the garden or something? And he's just like, for the police, he's just like, what if he breaks in and kills me? Well, then you should definitely call us, because then he has definitely actually done something. It's just like, well, what the fuck? Just like a bit too late then, isn't it? What do you mean, wait and see? The uncle really studied up on his stuff. By law, you can't call it abuse unless someone admits to assault or child neglect. They poked and prodded Satoko and Stoshi a lot, but it never left any real marks on them. They were pretty much eating 3 meals a day and had beds. And there weren't any recordings or something like that to prove they said or done anything to cause them psychological trauma. None of the villagers had ever actually seen them being violent either. No matter how mean you are, you wouldn't act so violent in front of other people. Nobody would. It's just a depressing scenario, that, isn't it? Is that Rena saying that? Then what happened? Or maybe it is Keiichi then. What happens? The welfare officer apparently went to visit on the same day each day for a while. The aunt and uncle knew they were being watched though, and didn't torment them in any way that would stand out. Of course, that wasn't the end of it. And then there's also, like, think about it. They'd also pressure Satoko and Satoshi to not, you know, actually reveal what is actually going on. It's just like intimidation. Fucking assholes. Fucking fictional assholes, but assholes nonetheless.
They wrapped up how malicious they were being.
Mion sighed and nodded. I can't tell if that was Keiichi or Rena. Their aunt was really damn stubborn. She's one of the most spiteful people I've ever known. Apparently she was doing some pretty disgusting things. Satoko was like a doll that did nothing but breathe by the end of it. Man, remember the previous part when she first showed up back at school before she noticed Keiichi, Tomita, and Okagura, where we saw that dead-eyed look of her? That sounds like that right there, what she's describing. So what? From that conclusion, does that mean they never should have contacted child welfare in the first place? Understand, without proof of abuse so clear anyone could see it, there's nothing we can do. In fact, it might even make the situation worse. We messed up pretty bad. Don't know what else to say, man. It's just shit. After hearing that even public organizations, the one thing they thought was dependable, couldn't do anything, everyone hung their heads.
Oh, what's something we have clear evidence of? We shouldn't notify anyone.
Well, I mean, basically, yeah. I consider Satoko's current situation. She was brought back to her house. It was a little difficult to call that abuse. She was being tormented and forced to do the chores. How she was being tormented would be the key. Without concrete evidence, it would be difficult to prove. If she had some kind of external injury, that would work. But as far as we could tell from today, she had nothing like that. And being forced to do the chores, that was a bit weak too. That to be better evidence that she was, without a doubt, being abused. I know. Her uncle had ignored Stoker's existence for a whole year and went to live with the clubber in town. Did not fall under one of the definitions of abuse that Mion had mentioned, child neglect.
Yeah, it's the perfect case of child neglect. What about that, Mi-chan?
If her uncle weren't here now, it could be recognized as child neglect. But he's living with her at the moment, isn't he? They were apart before, but if he said something like he had a change of heart and decided to live with her, then they might just wait and see again. Once we reported it, we would need to be absolutely sure they didn't interpret it as abuse. Maybe we needed far more concrete evidence, lest we repeat last year's mistake.
Well, sad. Which means we need to sit quietly and wait for it to be violent. For him to be violent towards Stoker-chan and leave him locked, don't we?
The only plan I could think of was, in the end, just watching and waiting. It left me in shock when I realized that it would be the same policy as that of the officials who had made the situation worse. As Mion said, reporting it to our public agency would be a gamble. If we're going to pick a fight, it would have to be one we couldn't afford to lose. If we were gambling without enough money, without enough evidence, defeat would be assured. If we took the time to amass enough money, then we could be sure of victory. And that would mean pretending we didn't see Satoko's plight for a considerable amount of time. Sorry for bringing this up now, but how is Rika-chan able to live by herself? Rika-chan had lost her parents, if I recall correctly. It's got a point. What's up with that? From what I heard, she had no relatives either. She was forced to live on her own as a result, but her life was unfettered, free of restriction. If she could somehow grant that freedom to Satoko too. I mean, Rika-chan, you're living without any parents, right? Don't get to no guardians have to go to orphanages and stuff.
Keiichi-kun, that's cruel.
I'm not saying it to be mean. I only asked because I thought maybe there would be a hint to saving Satoko. Rika-chan, sorry if I offended you. Rika-chan shook her head, not particularly disturbed.
Well, you see, it's because I'm considered the mayor's daughter.
Let me explain. The mayor, old man Kimiyoshi, is Rika-chan's guardian. He got official permission from the governor of the prefecture. So you're adopted? Kind of brings back to when Coach said he wanted to adopt Satoko. If he was, but he has to have a partner in order to do that. So that's like really puts, just like, that would be the best possible scenario, wouldn't it? But no, he would be unable to adopt her, so he wouldn't even be able to solve this shitty situation in that way. So you're adopted.
No, not adopted. You can do so much adopting without being in the same family. Oh, I get it. Rika-chan lives by herself, but by law she's considered to live with the mayor, right?
Yeah, basically. That's how Rika-chan avoids being sent to an orphanage. Actually, it will be Child and Family Services, not an orphanage.
I don't understand the hard things, but anyway, she's right.
Interesting you should say that, Mion. You could be someone's guardian even if you're in another family. Then, should we have the mayor or someone else become Satoko's guardian, if only on paper? Well, Keiichi, about that. Then she'd be in the same position as Rika-chan. And she could go back to her old life. Too bad it won't work. I mean, her uncle is supposedly her guardian. There's that as well. Wait a minute. You lost me there. What's a guardian exactly anyway? In legal terms, the guardian of the parent when necessary parents. So, whoever was actually looking after her at home would be considered her guardian. Then her uncle isn't her guardian. He left Satoko by herself for so long. But if he insists he's her guardian, then that's it. It's been a few days since Satoko was taken back to her house. Her uncle's been paying for her meals since then, right? He's sort of looking after her, so he'd probably insist. And even though he abandoned her for a year, he'd already looked after her for the whole year before that. But the mayor doesn't have that kind of history.
Then if both the main uncle and the mayor requested guardianship at the same time, the uncle would make more sense.
No, but he'd have a better chance. The term guardian refers to the person actually caring for her, right? Uncle actually has a bed and food for her, but the mayor would just have his name. It wouldn't even be a contest. Then, shouldn't the mayor just start caring for her for real? He'd be her guardian in name and reality if he did. You just need to shelter Satoko. That might lead to her uncle being desperate to take her back, but will stumbly refuse him. It won't be that easy. Satoko is a grown girl, you know. It's not like giving someone a cat. You're asking the cat for a real person. Then Coach. What about Coach? Coach, I know, he's got a lot of money, right? He's even said it himself. Even if he's not a real father, Coach could become her guardian. Coach would. He would be great at taking care of her. Stop that. Stop thinking of Satoko like a pet. All you're doing is talking about pushing her onto someone else. You need to think more seriously about how much responsibility it is to care for another human being. Did you ask him? Did you get an actual promise from him that he takes Satoko under his care? No, I didn't. But Coach would definitely say yes. Well, fine. Even considering the zero probability of Coach saying it was okay, then what? It still wouldn't work. He couldn't become a guardian all by himself. See? That's right, Coach. Didn't he say it himself? He was alone, so he couldn't do it. Shit, what the hell? Why is being single such a disadvantage in this society? Just figure that's like it's like one of those things, isn't it? It's like people are in relationships, it's like, and people who aren't in relationships look at someone who's single and just be like, "What? Why are you single?" It's just like, do we all have to be in a relationship? Well, yeah, society, right? Then all you could do is marry into a wealthy family, couldn't you? Well, he cares a lot about Satoko, but I wonder if he'd go out of his way just to marry some random woman, regardless of his feelings towards that woman, just so he'd be able to adopt her.
Is anyone that not feeling Uzawa? I'm not sure.
See, it's not simple. It's hard to adopt someone. And you can't go into it thinking you'll push Satoko onto someone else just for a little while. You're being naive, Kei-chan. She's got a point, you know. Shit, damn it, what the hell? I'm desperately thinking about how to save Satoko, and all you're saying is no. Don't you care about Satoko at all? You even worry about our friend one bit. What do you have to say for yourself? Now you're just fighting among yourselves. I didn't mean that, but it just won't be that easy, and it's not that difficult a problem. We just need to have some rich people look after Satoko for a while, that's all. Right, what about your family, Mion? You always brag about how great it is being one of the 3 families or whatever, don't you? From what you've said, you must live in a gigantic house. My house? No, that wouldn't happen. My grandma would never allow it. And what about your relatives in Okamiya? From what I heard, they're living in luxury themselves. There's plenty of shops your relatives manage in town, too. Your family are basically millionaires, aren't they? No, that won't work. Okamiya is even more out of the question. My father, he'd never let it happen, ever. Hey. Normally you act like someone high and mighty bigwig, and now you're being all spineless. What the hell? Are you just going to sit by and watch Satoko suffer? No, I don't, but... I mean, I want to help her as much as you, but it's a different story. How is it a different story? How can you be so cold-hearted? Your friend is in trouble. What are you if you don't rescue her? You're our president, our club president. Save her. Save her from this crisis. If you don't save her right now, you're not her friend. You're not even human. I don't know if you have any humanity left in you. Are you listening to me, Mion? My emotions all exploded out of me, and I didn't even give her a chance to say anything in response. I just wanted to make Mion agree with me, even if I had to force her. If she did, Satoko's problems would be solved. Well, it's like she's saying, Keiichi, it's not as simple as you want it to be. If pushing her would solve the issue, then I'd push her as much as I needed to. Why aren't you saying anything anymore? I'm asking you, asshole. Well, say something, Mion Saki! Did he really call her an asshole? Is there even a Japanese word equivalent of calling someone an asshole? Mion looked down with a grim face began sobbing. Her hands were clenched into trembling fists and she rubbed her eyes to wipe away tears. Is what I said actually that mean? Well, you tell me, Keiichi. You're basically saying that unless she's able to do anything about this, then she is not even human. She is a complete asshole, horrible person. Does that sound mean? Because yes, it is. Isn't it time to cry? We're in the gambling room now. We have to do something to save Satoko. And as I thought that, Rena spoke, her voice cold and incredibly calm.
Keiichi-kun, if Michan's family won't work, then what if we look for another wealthy family? I know somebody named Rika who lives in a nice big house.
Who's that? Yeah, all along it's been freaking like passing it off onto someone else. Now let's see how he wraps this.
Oh, come on. You've got a splendid family and you're leaving it out of things.
My family? My family is...
Friends, right? Savor Keiichi-kun. Michan is cold-hearted after all. Since you are so considerate towards friends, you should lead by example. It's the three of you are living in that huge house, right? And you've probably got plenty of spare rooms. You should just give a few of the empty ones to Satoko-chan. And then her worries would be all over. All be over.
Is she still speaking?
What's this? We're done already. That was pretty quick. Okay, great. Congratulations on solving the problem. Now, then, are we done for today? I'm going home. Hooray, hooray. Maybe I'll go treasure hunting. I haven't done that in a while. I was so worried about Satoko-chan until now that I didn't feel like going to play at all. I wonder what I'll find today. Oh. Say something, will you? Why am I the only one talking?
Oh shit!
Say something, you bastard! Are you listening, Keiichi Maibara?
God damn, she went full on just like cold on him there. Damn. You pissed Rena off, Keiichi. You made her do the freaky eyes. Even the cicadas seemed to cower in fear. Rena, her shoulders bobbing up and down, me who had forgotten to breathe. Mion, whose face had gone completely pale, and Rika-chan was keeping silence if nothing had happened. The atmosphere in the classroom grew tight and stiff and petrified as Rena stood. Isn't gonna solve the problem, Keiichi, if all you do is fight among your friends. You've got to think. You've got to think as one. Rattle. The sound of the chair as Rena sat back down after having stood up finally allowed everyone present to take a breath. Now I wonder if anyone else is in the classroom this like, what the fuck was that all about? Rena had shown me just how much I'd hurt Mion. Have we? Well, we have seen Rena's being, scary like that. But man, this is a different scenario for that. This is more of her just like pointing out how much of an asshole Keiichi was coming across as by pretty much talking shit to him. Just like, why do you solve it then, you piece of shit? We don't really see Rena get angry like that. And it's scary. After a few moments, Rika-chan got into the frozen air.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Rika-chan. Rika-chan, I'm sorry to you too. But not Keiichi. I don't have to apologize to you, do I, Keiichi-kun?
Yeah, sorry. Sorry for being so unreasonable.
You said all that to me before. You said it while glaring at Michan, so I totally thought you were talking to her.
Rena had such strength that you wouldn't have imagined it normally. All I did was spout terrible things as a wave of violent fury passed over me. I couldn't contend with her. It's kind of understandable how Keiichi flipped out like that because he really cares about Satoko and he wants to see her, you know, live a normal life away from her shitty, abusive uncle asshole piece of shit. So he flipped out. And it took Rena getting angry, which is something we rarely, if ever, see, to finally get him back to his senses. Mion, I'm sorry. I lost my cool. Come to think of it, I didn't understand what had gotten me that riled up. I thought of myself first Stoker's needy, so I only had good intentions that I'd think about it a little harder than everyone else, and yet... It's okay. You were worrying with everything you had, but all I was saying was that nothing would work. So I'm sorry. I did something wrong too. Mion rubbed away the tears at the corners of her eyes with her fist and apologized as well. We bowed our heads to each other and looked down without glancing at the other. I wonder... like I said at the start of the recording, when it was just silent there and I was just reading lines, I was thinking back to the audio issues. I was like, maybe anytime I'm not speaking, cut off that bit of the audio because it records the system audio, which doesn't pick up that noise, and it picks up the mic, the other one, which picks up my commentary output. So, could do that, but at the same time, there would be odd voluming level differences because it's two separate audios. So that would kind of be a pain in the ass. Someone I don't know who heaved a sigh. Zoka being tormented has been known about since last year. How had the tragedy back then saved Satoko? How had they brought it to an end? Right. In the end, nobody could do anything. All they could do was bear it patiently and wait for those agonizing days to end. That's right. The one who brought an end to those terrible days was some crazy drug addict nobody knew. On the night of Tatarigoroshi last year, their main artist was beaten to death. But it hadn't been done to save Satoko or Stoshi. Right. It really was just coincidence. Stoker's friends who needed to do something for our book's ball could do nothing. The incident may have been a tragic one, but from Stoker's viewpoint, it was nothing less than a miracle. Yes, a miracle. A miracle one could only wait for. Really, all we could do. For evidence of abuse, not for something that mattered.
Wait. For what?
Miracle. No one made fun of me for using such a crazy word. We couldn't come up with any solutions, so it was the only thing we could do. We're powerless. That one word, Mion dropped, was the finishing blow. It was hot. My body was sticky with sweat. Worst month, June. Higurashi, when they cry. We still got freaking 8 or 9 chapters left in this arc, I think. Going by the achievements. Actually, I'm gonna... a second. Yeah, including this chapter, which is clearly probably getting close to ending and going into the next chapter. There are 9 chapters left in this question arc. There's gonna be a long and painful ride, isn't it? With this whole situation. I walked forward quite a ways and turned right where the rice fields ended. It's like I thought when I was started this LP with the Higurashi series, I was dreading it for moments like this. It's like, oh man, I probably would need to take breaks in between some of the more kind of gut-wrenching stuff. Man, we haven't even got the answer arcs yet. Those are the ones that really hit you in the gut, but this one does as well. Like with Tatarigoroshi, I had that one time. I had quite a few moments that hit you in the gut, and even Onigaki had a bit, but what Tatarigoroshi had can't really spoil it. Well, I could, but since we've gone over them, but I keep it spoiler free when going on to the next arc and shit like that. But they were some gut punching moments. But this one is just just a giant gut punch. I just like figured it's like I've like thought in advance of this. It's like for when things get too intense, maybe do like an extra clip, like maybe like read another scene in Japanese and Go Nippon, just to kind of lighten the mood a bit. But I don't feel that's necessary just yet. It just felt like for when shit really gets like really kind of like gut pop. Just like add something in for a little bit of comic relief to lighten the mood. Kind of like, it reminds me like, I haven't watched his videos in ages, but I remember PewDiePie's old videos, like sometimes when he gets stressed out and just look at pictures of puppies. It'd be kind of like the equivalent of that, only it'd be me reading in Japanese like an idiot. But anyways, off subject.